Kaylee and Calissa, your mom and I thought it would be fun to make this video diary about how we got engaged. Because let's face it, if that didn't happen, you wouldn't have happened. So let's go. In the year 2000, 11 years after your mom and I first met, I was working in Boston for a company called Houghton Mifflin. They're a publisher. They publish books about a lot of things, but they publish books about this guy that you know very well, and this guy that you know well. His name's Gollum. He's obsessed with rings, and so is everybody else. They were obsessed with rings, worrying about your mom's biological clock. It was ticking, and well, that's not too good for Kaylee and Calissa. So I got to work on a video, a proposal video that I was going to show in grand fashion. I just didn't know where or when I was going to do it. But where your mother worked was going to play into that. Your mom also worked in Boston. She worked at the Hilton Hotel at Boston Logan Airport. And they were going to throw a party on December 10th, a Christmas party, a huge bash that hundreds of people were going to be there for. Your mom's parents were going to be there. And I was going to show this extravagant video that I hadn't made yet, but I was very excited about, and I wasn't going to tell anybody about it. It was this big secret. So this guy, Bert James, is the manager of the hotel, and he's spending like $1 million on this party. It was before the whole market crashed the following year. But he's spending so much money on this party, and I wanted to hijack it. I wanted to make it all about me and your mom getting engaged. He's probably not going to like that too much. There's like 300 people there, and there's going to be a big video playing on the screen of these two people that they don't even know, and how am I going to sell that to the manager of the hotel? Instead, I talked to your mom's manager, this guy, Jeff Ludlam. Not to be confused with this guy, Principal Strickland, who gave Marty and his father a hard time during Back to the Future. Anyway, Jeff Ludlam, he helped me out. He played the video. I'm getting ahead of myself. So, there were only 3 people who knew about my proposal plan. The first was Jeff Ludlam, who I already told you about. The second was my mom. The reason I had to tell my mom is because I needed her help to pick out the ring. This was the first ring I picked out. Girls are much better at picking out rings than boys. That's why. Anyway, the third person was my papa. My papa happened to be in the hospital. He was having heart issues. I went into the hospital and I was going to show him the ring. I reached into my pocket. I said I needed to show him something, and he waved me off. He didn't even let me take it out of my pocket. He knew what I was going to show him, which was really weird because there's seriously only 2 people that I told about it thus far, and it had been 11 years since I knew your mom. How did he know that I was going to show him a ring? But he knew. He waved me off because he didn't want me to waste his and my time showing the ring, because he already knew what it was. It was a ring, and I was going to propose to Kim. He knows everything. I was very happy that I showed him the ring, though, because the next day he passed. Okay, so it's December 10th. It's the big day. It's proposal day. I've been working on that video for months. Nobody's seen it except me. And your Nan and Papa are there. There are hundreds of people there. And we're in this giant auditorium, this big $1 million party. The video screen is huge. Everybody's gonna see it. It's about to be turned on. Jeff Ludlam's about to play the video. I'm really nervous, I'm sweaty. And I go to the back of the room because I don't want your mom to see me. I want her to see the video, but I don't want her to look around and see me during the video. I want her to only see me at the end of the video when I propose. So here it comes on. The video comes on. Here it is. This is what it looks like. And your mom's not even looking at it. I'm looking at her, and she's looking at food. She's filling her plate with food. She's at the buffet. She's still not looking at the video. Almost everyone else in the room is looking at this video, wondering what the heck it is. Who are these 2 people up on the screen? What are these pictures? What's going on? Your mom, she's eating food. No, she's not eating food. She's gathering food. She'll be eating food a little bit later. Probably after the video's done, she'll be eating. She'll still won't know. That's what I'm thinking. I'm looking at her. She's has no clue that the proposal video that I made is running. She's about to be engaged. She has no idea. All she cares about is the food.
Okay, so yes, I was filling on my plate at the buffet, and all of a sudden the song True Colors came on, and I'm like, oh my God, I have to find Keith, this is our song. Basically, we used to work together in Disney, and there was this attraction at Epcot Center called Honey, I Shrunk the Audience, and before the attraction, they had a pre-show that had the song True Colors came on, and it was this inspirational video, and Keith and I always said one day we were gonna make a video just like this one with the song True Colors. So the song came on, and I couldn't find Keith anywhere. and I got back to the table after filling my plate at the buffet, and I asked my mom if she had seen Keith, and she didn't know where he was, and she looked up at the screen, and all of a sudden she saw that there was a picture of me on the video screen. And she said, "Hey, do you see there's a picture of you?" And I was really confused because I was like at a staff meeting a few days before, and I had said, "Hey, we should do an employee video presentation at the Christmas party." But nobody ever agreed to it, so I was a little confused. And then I saw a picture of me in the bubble bath in Niagara Falls in the heart-shaped tub. And I was like, wait, what? How did they get this picture of me? And then the next one was of me, and all of a sudden my confusion turned into realization, oh my God, Keith made this video for me. He's going to propose to me. That's what this is. And then all these pictures of Keith came on the screen, and I started crying, and my mom realized, my dad realized what was happening, and still I couldn't find Keith, but I watched the rest of the video, and at the end of the video, there was a picture of Keith and I at the wedding pavilion at the Grand Floridian Resort in Disney, where we had taken this picture years before of him getting down on one knee and proposing to me. It was a joke before, but he had that as the last picture, and he came from the back of the room and brought me to the front of onto the dance floor. And he got down on one knee, and tears were running down my face. And all I could see through the tears was the sparkly ring that he was going to place on my finger. And I was just like, I didn't know, what to do. I was overjoyed. I had so much emotion. All of a sudden, 400 people were there. They were applauding. There was a stilt man. There was a clown. My mom was taking pictures of us. It was just so exciting. And he got down on one knee and he proposed to me. And I was so excited. And I didn't realize that something that was so obvious that was going to happen would be, such a huge amazing surprise. So it was just such a great thing. It was so funny that it happened in front of 400 people where I worked, and even funnier was that I was actually going off to Europe that afternoon, which is why my parents and Keith were there. We were at the airport. I was flying to Amsterdam with my friend Sue, and at that time there was no Facebook, no smartphones, nothing. So basically he just proposed to me. The most amazing thing in my life happened, and I had nobody that I could share it with yet, for a week except for Sue. So Kaylee and Calissa, that was the story of how Daddy and I got engaged.